Hey, everybody. It's Chris Pierce from Little Legends.
Yeah, Coach Pierce. I know a lot of the kids be happy to see you, be able to see the coach. You know what I'm saying? How long you been coaching?
I started this in 2012.
2012. Yeah. So, what is the Louisville Legends?
Well, it's actually the Little
Little
Legends.
Legends.
Little Legends. We are a basketball, I don't want to say organization, but I am a basketball, I'm a man of the streets. I want kids that want to learn how to play the game of basketball the right way, and I teach them that way.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I know that. What was your opinion? I know about the black colleges. With the main was going to the black colleges.
I love it.
I love it
I
too.
love it.
I swear I love
I
it.
love it. And it was long overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
I love the movie when Prime Time went down at Jackson. It was beautiful. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a good movie.
He's setting a trend.
Yeah,
He's taking these Division One schools and these big colleges, star players. I
right.
mean, he's taking them right down from their feet. I love it. If I was a high school player and playing football, I would do anything to go play for Prime.
I
I'm
swear, I'm trying to tell you, it's
anything.
crazy. It's
It is.
crazy.
It is.
But that's why I just wanted to start with that because like a lot of I've been around a lot of talent in my life, and I grew up Ray John Rondo,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
I got
Right.
plenty of homies, that's been doing it, and they talk about the players that they played with, but it's mainly the coaches.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of people
Right.
don't
Right.
understand the power of coaching, like teachers, coaches, what would you say is what gets your pride and joy about coaching and what you do?
Watching them grow. That's watching them grow into, the majority of the kids stay with me from the time they start from elementary to high school until they leave high school. Well, just watching them grow into young men, watching them mature. Um, it goes beyond basketball with me. So I just love watching them grow and watching them mature. So
Yeah,
that's my main thing.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Like I'll be 37 this year, and I'm just now getting able to see, the younger generation that I'm
Right,
getting
right,
able to see.
right,
But
right.
I'm also witnessing the older generation that is above me that's able to see me grow, and people don't understand that even the coach as yourself, people's always watching, and
Right,
it's people
right.
that's always sitting back that want you to do better, and
Definitely,
you have to have that in the heart. You
definitely,
have to have
definitely,
that in the heart, and
definitely.
that's one thing. Like I love coaches, I love teachers, and you basically can't teach that, you can't raise that, but I know you have been across a few little views that you've seen, and it's like, whew, like I want to be able to see him.
Right, right. Well, I go and whether I go watch them, whether they in high school and when basketball in school starts, I take a break, okay, because there's too much basketball to play for me and school both. Education first.
Exactly.
Education first. That's one thing they can't take away from you. It's the education. So I take a break, and if they playing football, playing basketball, I go to the games. I have a little thing called Remind I use to keep up with all my players. Send me your schedule, and I go and watch them play, just to show them that I'm there. I'm always there. It goes, like I said, it goes beyond coaching. I hate to use this in a sense, but coaches are sort of a father figure for a lot of kids. You know what I mean? So I try to go and stay positive with them, keep them giving positive vibes, and you know, they love me, and I love them.
Right.
So
Yeah, I've had plenty of coaches in my life, those father figures, and it's coaching. Like that's why sports teaches a whole lot more than just
just
how
the
to
sport,
play
right,
sports,
right,
and
right, right.
and the coaching part, and just me being honest, I love that. I love that I'm even sitting here talking to you just
Right.
because I've said over here that I was a young one, but I was this tiny boy, what I'm saying? I was
Right,
probably
right.
4'11", wasn't even 100 pounds when I was in the ninth grade. I played sports and I played basketball and everything, but I always had the right coaches that would tell me like, they would never hurt me by saying, like, yeah,
Right,
you too
right,
small, you too this, what I'm
right,
saying? They
right.
always work with what they had with
Right,
me. You know, I
right,
was always
right.
fast, you know, but I helped the team by bringing, you know, the energy. I brought
Mm-hmm.
people together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything that happened, I would be, you know, like, I know, calm down, you know, keep it in the game, you know.
Right,
But
right.
those are the players that, you know, because it's more than just the star players. Some of the star players on the team ain't the ones that's putting the numbers down,
Exactly,
you know. And
exactly.
a lot of and playing a sport, it teaches that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because it's about like teamwork,
You
you know.
build a team.
Yes, it's a
Exactly.
team, and you know,
Exactly.
and coaching is coaching. Like if you, I know if you had the best team, it might not even be with coming with the championship, you know. But it's to a point about, you know, it, that's what I could ask you. Would you feel that? Would you feel that? Okay, say if you had a player, you know, he went to the league.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel that that would be a bigger accomplishment than say creating another coach that say you created someone that's around at these schools that's coaching that you're able to see him coach with the kids every day?
Honestly, I don't want to say this and don't say this the wrong way, but that's a toss up. You know, I would be proud of that child that made it, no doubt. But if I brought a coach along with me, he gets an opportunity to coach a high school, or middle school, or maybe college. That goes a long way with me because I taught him. And I made a big impact on his life, you know. So a lot of coaches do get into this to try to better themselves and try to move up in the ranks in the coaching. So that would be a big accomplishment. That would touch me. That would touch me. So
Because I know a lot of coaches, they, you know, just the coaching ranks, you know, they tend to lose the kids. You know, like I can tell by with you, it's all about the kids. You know, so
always,
it's not, it
always.
ain't about who you coaching or any of that. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
no, no.
And that's where people lose the content of things. You know,
Right,
like even
right,
with
right,
life. You know,
right.
like it's not all about just being a winner all the time. You
No,
know, and I'm not
no,
saying, you
no.
know, be a loser or
Right,
anything, but
right,
it's to
right.
the point about being the best at everything. You know, a lot of kids on the team, like I got my role and I accepted my role. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even though I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't get no playing time,
Right,
you know,
right,
but
right,
them Hail Mary plays, you know,
right,
he would throw me in there
right.
and be like, you the fastest one, go out there and go get it. You know, the quarterback
Mm-hmm.
can throw it out there and I'm just gonna go get it. And sometimes that would help bring us back in, and then that would be the little energy or
Right.
spark that the team
Team
needed.
needed. Right,
You know,
right,
but I wasn't out there every day game,
right,
you know,
right,
but
right.
it's to a point being able to teach the kids that, you know, your role in life might not be to, you know, be
Score
the
30, score 40, score
right.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you have to put that in the kids every game and every practice. Hey, everyone has a role. Everyone's a part of the team. You may not get 12, 13, 50. You may not get but 2 shots. You may not get any shots at all. But everything you do on that court impacts the team. Hands down. Everything. It could be a rebound. It could be a steal. It could be a loose ball. It could take a charge. Anything. Everything contributes to a win. Everything contributes to a loss. So,
It's about who everybody was the thing about teams. You know, it's one thing you love about a well orchestrated, just the team playing the way the team is supposed to play. Beats talent all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You get it be talent, but then this well orchestrated team just shows that yeah, you need more than just that talent.
Right,
You know,
right,
and
right, right. Honestly, here's where I've built my reputation. Okay, I get kids on my team that other teams won't take. They try out and they say, "Hey, he's good," and he's not good enough. He's good enough in my eyes, and if he's not good enough, I will make him good enough.
right,
I don't turn kids away. If you want to come play for me, I take you. I don't have tryouts. I take you. If you're not good enough to be on a so-called A team or B, I take you, and I will make you into a basketball player. That's how I live. I don't turn kids away. It's not it's not enough opportunity for kids, and you may find it diamond in the rough. You know, and next thing you know, he's getting drafted in the first or second round. Hey, Coach Chris, this is what you done for me. No, I didn't do it for you. You did it for yourself. I just guided you the right way. But that's what I do. I take the kids that other coaches or other organizations won't take. So, and I love it. I love it. I love teaching it. I love it.
right. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and how will people be able to reach out to get their kids to come play for you?
Well, I have a cell phone number that I always answer. If I don't answer, leave a voicemail, I will call you back. That number is 502-572-5988. Coach Chris. And if you want your kid to learn the game the right way, the fundamentals, which is not being taught anymore these days, if you can dunk or shoot a three, you can make it in the league. No free throws, no dribbling, no mid-range. That's not taught anymore. I teach that. I teach that. So
Mid range is
it's open all day long.
all day long.
No one wants to shoot it.
It's a living
Yes.
off the mid.
Yes. Kobe made a living off of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jordan made it.
Yeah. Yes.
The greatest
Yes.
players, but it's like that's what goes on. It's not what's flashy, you know. You got to start teaching the kids like what's flashy ain't really what's supposed to
Right.
be necessarily, you know.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
I love Tim Duncan. You know,
Mr. Fundamental.
Just the fundamental.
Mr. Fundamental.
He did nothing but what he was supposed to do. It wasn't nothing, but he did it. You know.
That's it. Got 5 rings doing it.
Mhm.
Got 5 rings doing it.
I loved it. But if what age range is on coaching?
I am right now. I am middle school through high school, 6th grade through 12. You know, I don't. When you and this is the misconception everyone gets. I'm in this. I have a son. Our child is in the 6th grade. I'm gonna go travel, and I'm gonna be straight honest. I went through my oldest. He got a scholarship off at the D2 school. You're not getting a full ride these days for one COVID, unless you're Zion Williams. It's very hard in basketball. And they travel and we're going to notice your son in the 6th grade. No, they're not. Straight honest, they're not. It's really a waste of time. So what I do is we play locally until they get up to maybe their sophomore year. Then we start traveling. Then that's when you start to getting the looks. Your sophomore, you getting the looks, and coaches get the calling. So, you know, that's what I do. That's how I play it, and it's working. So, it's working.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna reach out more just to be able to see you work. You know, because that's what this is for. You know?
Exactly.
And just with a few other things that I got going on, I got some. Once it get warm, I got some bike rides.
Right,
I'll be
right,
down on the
right.
trail all the time.
Okay,
I probably
okay.
get about 15 bikes, and
Wow.
between the other groups that I got going on
Wow.
with kids and stuff, I want to get some bike rides going.
I need to get with you.
I'll be doing
I need to get
that
with you.
myself. I breed dogs too, so
Okay,
you know, I'll
okay.
be down there with my dogs all the time
Okay.
too. But it's just things that you do for the kids.
Right,
you know, and
right,
you know,
right.
That still brings the kid in me just being down there in nature, you know. And even though I've lived in Louisville my whole life, you know, I've traveled and did everything, but it's
Right.
to a point where you gotta find that nature. You know, 'cause a lot of people wouldn't even know. I'd be down there behind Shawnee Park and, you know, all the way out Greenwood, Bow Dots, and all that, but people wouldn't even know that it's back there because they don't go back.
Right,
You know,
right,
but
right.
interest, you know, sometimes we have to be able to give these kids interest to where they even know what they want.
Right,
Because social
right.
media is killing everything.
Everything.
It's ridiculous.
Everything.
Like, if you feel like coaching is harder now with social media.
Yes and no. For one, I don't pay attention to it. Now the kids do, but my kids, once they come to my gym, I have them so focused, and when they leave the gym, they so tired they don't have time for social media. All right. You know, I used to practice outside because we didn't have a gym. We practice outside on the concrete. Okay, but I feel like if you can practice outside and play outside in this humidity in Kentucky, when you get in the gym, it's nothing.
Right.
It's nothing. So, but social media, it I'm not gonna go where I want to go with it, but yeah, it can be a bad thing. It really can. It really can.
Yeah, you see coaches at all levels. You know, coaches that's NBA. You know, they're telling them, you know,
Stay
no
off.
phones, get off
Stay
social
off.
media.
Stay
This,
off.
You know,
Stay off.
and it should show to the kids that, you know, like, don't worry about social media. You know, because social media is this social what you putting out there. It's not what you really are. And then even though what you really are, socially they're not gonna be able to tell you what you
Right.
are and what you think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I be trying to tell the youngins, I'm like, social media is social media can be what it's going to be only if you allow it.
Right.
You know, because social media is social media.
Right.
Now, so how you are socially on the media, on that is what it is. You know, me, I'm more of a person type person.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so
Right.
social media,
Yeah. You define who you are.
Right.
That's it. You define who you are.
yeah, I just love it. But it's where it kills me because a lot of kids, even like right now, like I coach football for Little League football. It was probably about just a year. But I was more of a helper. I wasn't even, I ain't gonna say I was one of the coaches that was doing it. My little brother was coaching and I went to coach and help him.
Okay.
And just seeing the village, you know, like it needed to be a village. I played my part, you know, I played a little part, you know, but I played my part to be able to help, you know. And with the being kids, you know, like the attention, like I remember over 25 years ago being coached and yeah, we had mean coaches, you know, the coaches had to be mean, you know, and it got our attention, you know, but now
No, you can't be that way.
you
can't.
you know, and I love that. Just like you said, they're gonna be so tired to where they don't even want social media.
Right.
You know, my mother raised 5 sons, you know, and we would be so tired we wouldn't even want to wrestle with each other, you know, even though that's what boys do, you know, but we'd be so tired we wouldn't even want to wrestle with each other, you know. That's what we like to do.
Right.
But yet, do you feel like it's getting? Well, I don't want to go too far. Do you feel like coaching is getting soft? Cause, I mean, sports is getting soft. You know,
Period.
Say that sports
Period.
Is soft,
It's getting
you
soft.
know?
Period.
So you kind of don't you kind of have to? It's soft as sports getting. Do you have to go with? Because we all know which kids you can go there with, you know, because of what their tolerance level is. But do you feel as an overall that it's getting just too soft?
Well, yes. But on the other hand, it all depends on the coach also. Okay. I treat my kids with respect. I never yell at them. I never jump in their face. I never scream on them for making a mistake. And they keep their dignity, you know. Do I get upset? Yeah, of course. I'm a coach. I'm in it. I'm all in it, you know. But again, there's some things you can and can't do these days. And as a society, we have gotten soft as drugstore cotton. I'm gonna be honest. We really, you know. But when we get on that court, we hit that gym. It's a different level. You know what I mean? And I think I reached my kids well enough to where the softness is gone when we hit that gym. So,
Hey, Chris.
yeah.
I know I went to plenty of your games.
Yes, you did.
So, I know y'all, when y'all played, y'all drug at least about 30 points sometimes. Now, we'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
Is that, I know it's good for the team, but when y'all kill the other team like that, how do you think they take it? Do you think it's all right, or?
I look at it like this: we're there to win. It's hard to tell a child that is in middle school or elementary to stop playing defense or stop making shots.
Right.
We've been beat by 30 and no one felt sorry for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I hate it for the other team, but again, how can you tell a child in middle school, early middle school, even late middle school, even early high school to back off? You can't. So we play the game our way until the buzzer goes off.
Right. Yeah, that's reason why I said that is because y'all was talking about how people are soft. The kids are getting soft, and that builds character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to win them all.
Right.
You know, they're all not going to be easy either.
Right.
So sometimes you're going to have a great defeat. So, but yeah, I also seen, you know, when y'all won championships and when y'all lost championships. So
And we won and lost our fair share. So we take our knots and we get better. We get better. So you
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
No, you
ahead,
good.
man. I just had to throw that on there. You know.
Because a lot of people look at that, you know, they look at it as like, well, you know, I know when y'all up, you know, you throw the other players in, but you can't throw the other players in to
Not
mediocre.
exactly.
You know, you're gonna tell them to
Exactly.
play the best that they're gonna play.
Exactly.
And if they come in and they playing better than your first string, then either your team's already done quit, or my team's doing what they're supposed to do.
They're doing what they're supposed to do.
So,
I always, it's it's a gray area. You know what I mean? Even if you like you said, you bring your I hate to say bench, your second group in, and they're trying to earn more time, so they're going to get out and lay it all on the line to get more time. So again, how do you back them off? You can't tell so and so to stop playing defense. It's not going to happen. He's trying to earn that more playing time. So yeah, it's a gray area. It really is.
me, this is just bad coaching. You know, my mother raised me, strong mother, straight fast son. So I know I'm hard. You know, I'm hard on kids, but I have that coaching mentality to where I'm not trying to be hard to you on that. I want you to learn. I don't want you to do it again. You know, therefore you have to. If you're not trying to learn, I'm still gonna sit up here and try to help.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but the helping part is the getting you to want to learn. You know, and to get you to want to be understanding. Like, oh, okay. You know, stop questioning. Say, you know, I know you're dealing with all the different age kids. So now, like, say for instance, that's another question. Kids nowadays, I can say more older. Like, I think social media has
They've
made
grown up
kids-
too
It's
fast.
making them grow up way too fast. To where, do you feel like there's more uncoachable kids?
There's a lot more kids with attitudes. Okay, there's a lot more kids that feel like they have something to prove because of social media. You know, that's a question. I can tell you like this. I don't deal with attitudes. You know what I mean? I don't deal with the attitude where I'm a superstar. We're a team. Okay. Open man shoots the ball. That's my philosophy. Pass the ball, you open, you let it go. I don't let it go. You know, the name of the game is scoring buckets and keep the other team from scoring. So I don't deal with attitudes. I let the parents know from the jump. I don't deal with attitudes. We're here to learn. We win as a team. We lose as a team. There's no finger pointing. There's no attitudes. So, but again, it's gotten very. I ain't gonna say hard, but different from it was 10 years ago. It really has. But as a coach, you have to adapt. So, but.
It's that's where I'm going back to saying it's soft because I think that the coaches back then are the coaches that we need now. But they were allowed, you know. But the coaches of now, you know, and I'm not discrediting you as a coach of now.
Right.
Adaptation, you have to be able to adapt.
You do.
You have to be able to adapt.
You know.
And a lot of these coaches back in the day wouldn't have been able to adapt. But that's the coach's spirit in you. He never giving up, you know, because like Cousin just said, you know, he'll seen you when you won tournaments, you know, won championships, seen you when you did. But you can't stop teaching that winning part.
Right.
You know,
Right.
succeed. And I know for a fact, you know, that ain't a question to ask. Like, I know you probably taught more in your losses than in your wins.
Of course.
You know, because it's
Of course.
life, you know. But that's what you got to teach these kids. You know, like you might learn more in losses than the wins.
The wins,
You know?
yep.
And the experience is the lesson of some, honestly. You know, like a lot. I be talking to some people. They're like, man, I wish I could go back to my high school years and do this and you know back then because you know a lot of people don't understand that they ain't making it. Like you played high school ball,
Right,
you know, but then
right.
in college you might even play college ball, but after that a lot of it started diminishing. You know, People really understand the percentages of people that make it to the league.
1% makes it to the league. 1%.
And 1% of what is it, like 300 something million people.
It's not very good odds.
Yeah, it's
Really not.
terrible, you know? And like we don't have Rucker Park here.
Right.
We don't have Rucker
We
Park.
don't. We don't.
And the Dirt Bowl, you know, the Dirt Bowl's just coming back out, you know, but we should have way more teams than the Dirt Bowl. This
This is the state of Kentucky. We live and breathe basketball. there shouldn't be a park empty. There shouldn't be a park empty. Yeah, it shouldn't be. But again, video games, social media has taken a lot of that away, along with some other things. But yeah, there shouldn't be a park empty in this state.
But that's why I feel like we need to get more programs. Because that's one thing, with the parks being empty, there's room for more programs. And I can say the city is kind of catching up with what, like, I know the high schools is trying to deal with the little leagues, you know, with the football, and, you know, with them having basketball in middle school. And do you feel the basketball in middle school is helping or hurting the little leagues? Because it's both ways. It's basketball and football.
Yeah, I can't really answer that, to be honest with you, because no matter what they do, I'm still gonna do what I do. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't associate with a lot of people. You know, my circle's small, so I just do what I do. That's it. Like I'm the 8th grade coach at Johnson too, so I just do what I do. You know, I don't look at nothing else.
How's Johnson doing?
We're 6-3. We're 6-3. We're number 2 in the district. We got the number 2 seed in the junior LIT coming up this week. So, you know, we're doing all right. We're growing. We can be better, but we're growing. So,
I got to ask right around the corner from Johnson.
Yeah.
See it all the time.
we're growing.
Yeah, Johnson been there for a while.
Parkland before it was Johnson. So, yeah.
It's a rich little spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to think of something else I wanted to ask you, but got the turd on what you know.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
do you follow a lot of your other players once they get past you, go on to the high school and college? Do you keep up with them? Do they come back and say, "Hey, coach"? Because I see Deontay. He said, "What's up" on media. He told me to tell you,
Right,
"What's up,
right,
Coach
right.
P."
I don't.
But do you keep up with any of the other ones, or did they come back and say anything to you?
They all come back and say something. Speaking of that, not too long ago, Deontay reached out and said, "What's up?" on Facebook. But I try to keep up with every one of them, just to see how they progress and how they've grown. You know as well I do. I had a lot of good kids come from a lot of good households.
Yeah.
So they reach out. Like Davon Johnson's up in Eastern Kentucky. They reach out. It may not be instantly, you know what I mean, but they will reach out. "Hey, coach, how you doing? How's your team doing? I'm gonna come out and watch our practice or whatever." And yeah, so a lot of them do reach out. A lot of them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shoot, because I followed a lot of them through their high school back when, and then I seen them. They start to play each other,
Right,
and you
right,
don't know who
right,
to root for.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh man,
That's
you
me.
know?
That's me. I don't know who
But
I'm
it's
rooting
all
for.
fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's all definitely fun.
Yeah. You know, but you know as well as I do, we was a family oriented team. We were family. We did the coat drive. You know, we wore pink for breast cancer in October. You know, I traveled the city and picked kids up, you know, that couldn't make it to practice. Yeah. So, you know, it was a family thing. You know, like I said, when they come to play for me, it's more than just basketball. So, but I love every one of them. I want to see every one of them to be successful, whether it's basketball, whatever they choose in life. You know, so.
Yeah, that's how we bring the village back.
Yeah.
That's how we bring the village back. You know, it's like we creating the village. You know, because who's to say you might not see somebody for a year or two.
Right,
but
right,
when they
right,
come back
right.
to the village, of course, it's supposed to be, you know, open arms, you know, and all that. And with it being social media right now, it's easy to keep in touch.
Right. Very easy.
How do you think this COVID did for a lot of the kids? Like my boy, he couldn't finish his basketball season with his high school because it hit and it just stopped everything. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't get to graduate. Well, they got to graduate, but they didn't get to walk. I should say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how do you think that really made an impact on everything?
I'm gonna use my son as an example. he received an offer from where he's going to school at Trevecca. But they had 5 seniors come back because the NCAA granted the seniors another year. So instead of him going play for varsity, he had to play JV for a year because those 5 seniors had got to come back. Honestly, I think COVID really hurt the kids. It really did. It stopped their progression. Whatever you was doing, it stopped. You know, the NTI, let's be honest, it really didn't help the kids educational wise. I mean, all you had to do was show up and you got an A. You know what I mean? In sports, you was limited to practices. You couldn't play, you couldn't practice. One week you would play, next week you wouldn't play for another 2 weeks, you know. So COVID really, really hampered a lot of kids, a lot of kids. And as you've seen, a lot of them came back for another year in high school just so they could have that extra year to go out and play. So, but yeah, COVID has really turned the world upside down. It really has.
Have you seen the effect of the games? You know, the crowd's been.
The crowds are so. You know, it's more. It's affecting more crowds in the college ranks than it is in high school and middle school because, you know, they're still at home, they're still locals, and parents are going to want to see their kids play. So not so much in high school and middle school, but in college, yes, it really, crowds are really diminished. So.
Yeah, I wanted to catch. I know the game's been going on, but there's been so many games going on.
Hard to choose.
Sorry,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's good that we've been able to get back into
Right,
sports.
right.
How did last year treat you in sports?
Last year, honestly, I'm not gonna say I suffered, but I didn't get to practice like I wanted to. The gym, you know, you couldn't have but a certain number of kids in there at a time. We took a big hit. We really did. Now, honestly, my eighth grade team, which was actually in the 7th, I played them up. They won 1 game last year, 1 game, and made it 1 game from the championship. Okay, but again, we couldn't practice like we wanted to. You know what I mean? Games got canceled in between here and there, and it hampered the kids a lot. But I could only make the best of the situation. You know what I mean? I coached hard. They played hard. That's all I could ask for. So.
Yeah, I know there was a lot going on with the Breonna Taylor and Justice. When I was down there.
I was there.
Yeah.
Me, my wife, and my youngest son. I was there. I was there every day.
Yeah, you see any of your kids down there? You know.
Yes, quite a bit.
Right.
Yes.
What kind of feeling did they give you?
Coach, I can't believe you down here. What do you mean you can't believe I'm down here? What do you mean? Can't believe you're down here. So, but yeah, they quite a few of them was down there.
Right.
Yeah, me and my wife, like I said, my youngest son was down there. He's holding his sign up. My wife got her Tamir Rice on because that still bothers her about Tamir Rice. So she had a sweatshirt made. So yeah, we was down there, got tear gassed and everything. Yeah.
Early days.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't remember them early days because they only kept up when it was trending. Watching the first videos when the town was bad.
Down there from day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah, it's crazy. While you was coaching, did any of they make it to the court? Do you know where they just feel like?
No. We talked about it, but I didn't want to bring it to where. To me, basketball is an outlet away from all the problems that's going on in the streets or in the world. Basketball is an outlet. So I didn't really talk about it a lot because I wanted them to be focused and just get away from what's going on. This is your outlet. Have fun. This is about fun right now. So I really didn't hamper on it a lot to them. So.
Yeah, I know. With it being with the leagues, and like I know the WNBA, to me that was one of the major ones. A lot of them, they was just going like, okay, we're gonna do it, but the WNBA,
right. They stepped up big. They stepped up big.
Yeah. So and then with them being able to step up that big, like I feel like certain things necessary, just like you said, you talk to them, it's just best to keep them focused. Do you feel that do you feel that when it comes down to like you at Johnson, you know, and of course, you know, when it comes down to it, Johnson ain't the best school in
Right.
the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and you have to want to have that coaching heart. You know, even to love the kids. Do you feel like with these other schools, if because with the other schools, it's where you run into the coaches is just trying to go up the coaching, the coaching rank. Do you feel these kids at these schools that deal with those type of coaches are missing out on, you know, the type of family, you know, because they don't have the family back.
Right,
back
right,
you know,
right,
the
right.
family, you know, all my coaches, I luckily came into that. But,
Right,
you know, it's because
right.
of where I've been at. But do you feel like those kids is losing out on that?
You know, again, I'm not gonna, I don't want to say the wrong things. You know what I mean? So I can't speak on what they're going through. That's a touchy conversation too. You know what I mean? All I can tell you is that we are family at Johnson. You know what I mean? We are family, and that's the way they go about their basketball every day. We are family. You're out there, you can comment more on that than I can. You know what I mean? I keep, like I told you, I keep to myself, so I don't worry about what other coaches are doing and what they're not doing. So.
That's my way of coaching, the way I think about it. You know, if it's not a family, you know, I'm going to show you that I care, you know, and that's coaching. And I went to J-Town, and a lot of the coaching going on out there and just other schools and just being around other, you know, the
Right,
coaches, it's
right.
not family oriented, you know. So, me personally, I feel like they missing out because just being the village raised, you know.
Right.
You have to show, if they show you that they care. You
Right.
know, like
It's just
everybody
about
around,
basketball.
You know, yeah, everybody showed you that they care.
Right,
It wasn't going to
right.
show you that, you know, for anything bad. You know, it's going to show you that you care. And with a lot of the leagues in the different type of neighborhoods, you know, I don't see it. And when I was out there, I didn't necessarily
Right.
get it.
Right.
But that's where I think that when you're talking about the historical black colleges, you know, that feel's coming back. Like, you know, I've been watching prime time. I've been watching I've been doing all that, and you know, and he's that family. You know, even with his son playing, you know what I'm saying. But all the other kids, it's that family. You know, the family. And to me, it's easier to learn that way.
Right.
You know?
It is.
So that's the only reason I ask, because I feel like that I learned more when I was with the more in tune coaches with the
Right,
family aspect rather than the coaches that was more about just the X's and O's.
Right. Well, and I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But like I say, I can't comment on other teams, other schools, or whatnot. I just focus in on us. We are family, but Johnson and by the way, I did change the name. I added just a tribute to my man Kobe. I went from Little Legends to Little Legends Mamba. Okay, that tribute to my man. But like I said, we're a family, and that's the way we're going to stay. And you know, and these kids also need to know that sports ain't the only way out no more. You know what I mean? Sports is not the only way out. Education is that key. Opens up all the doors.
Just really keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate you coming and talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
I can't say enough. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, and people like you make me want to do more. You know,
Appreciate it.
because we can only use our outlet on things. You know, and my outlet, like I try to coach for a little bit, you know, but it takes way more dedication than what people understand.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it does. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Anything else you want to add?
Just say again where people can get in touch with you if they want to go ahead and get their kids into ball with you, and any place they can just reach out.
Right.
Any media, whatever you want to put.
Okay. Well, again, my name's Coach Chris, Little Legends Mamba. My number is 502-572-5988. You can also reach me on The Little Legends on Facebook, Can always give me a shout out there also. Send me a message, DM me, however you want to do it. If you want your child to learn to play basketball the right way, as far as I'm concerned, get hold of me. Get hold of me. I would teach them the game of basketball. So,
Appreciate you. Until next time, mistakes of the streets. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming out, man.